BTS's Jungkook wrote an apology for the hat controversy he recently wore that garnered criticism from Korean netizens. On Friday, 13/6, coinciding with the 12th anniversary of BTS debut, JHope held his concert in Seoul, with Jungkook and Jin as special guests. BTS's Jungkook's performance marked his first appearance on stage after officially completing his conscription last June 11. Before the show began, a portrait of Jungkook practicing wearing a black cap with the words "Make Tokyo Great Again" was circulating in the online community. The hats are meant as a parody of the phrase "Make America Great Again," MAGA, used by U.S. President Donald Trump and his supporters. It later became controversial given the historically still existing tensions between Korea and Japan. Shortly after the controversy was widely discussed in the online community, BTS's Jungkook wrote an apology through a fan communication platform. In his apology, Jungkook said, "Hello, this is Jungkook. It is really hard for me to write this after meeting you all again after so long. I sincerely apologize for the disappointment and inconvenience caused by the phrase written on the cap I wore during practice today." He wrote, "I fully realize that my ignorance in not thoroughly examining the historical and political meaning behind the phrase has caused disappointment and hurt." Jungkook also admitted that he was sorry and would think and act more carefully in the future. "I will humbly accept all criticism and rebuke for my mistakes. I have thrown that hat in. Again, I sincerely apologize." He closed. Jungkook BTS's apology later reaped nets' reactions in the online community, who praised the idol for handling the issue swiftly. Here are some of nets' comments. Jungkook, please be more careful next time. Right. Acknowledge and apologize quickly. It's okay as long as he's even more careful in the future. Right. It's a neat apology. And he's already thrown it away. He handled it neatly. Please be careful. He already threw that hat away. Uploading an apology at this hour, and clearly admitting his mistake without much reason, it does seem like he really doesn't know. Wish he could be more careful from now on. I'm a fan of another group, but Jungkook handled this issue very well. I support you, Jungkook, instead of making a long rant and admitting the obvious lack of reason. I'm not a fan of his, and I was wondering if this was something he should apologize for. But it seems he wrote his apology well, although I think for sure the Japanese people will be excited about this. The impact caused by Jungkook BTS is never playing. As a golden matinee who is not only talented in voice acting, dancing, and music production, Jungkook also has an incredible power of influence that proves to continue to live on even after he served his conscription. Recently, after his return from military service, one simple moment of his again excited fans, a hat. The hat Jungkook wore in one of his post-conscription public moments suddenly became the target of ARMYs worldwide. Most notable was the reaction from his Japan-based fan base at Jungkook Japan _, who specifically shared the news that the hat had sold out on various sites. In fact, the admin of the fan base account publicly asked his followers, "Does anyone know where else to buy this hat?" A seemingly simple question, yet it reflects how massive of an influence a Jungkook is. This isn't the first time Jungkook has shown his strength in creating trends. From perfume, clothing, to small accessories such as earrings or hats, everything she ever touched or wore often ended in a tremendous spike in demand. Jungkook's presence is not only awaited as a musician, but also as a lifestyle icon who is able to move the market with his one performance alone. The fact that just a hat could become a scramble and suddenly scarce after being worn by Jungkook serves as authentic proof that his charm and impact goes beyond the stage. He is a cultural phenomenon whose presence always leaves a mark, no matter in what form. It cannot be denied that the controversy of wearing a black hat reads, "Make Tokyo Great Again." This is happening in the middle of a big moment for BTS, the 12th anniversary of their debut. But perhaps it is precisely because of that moment. Jungkook's quick pace further shows how much he understands his responsibilities as a member of BTS and as a role model. IRMWs know that Jungkook, humble and constantly learning from every person, is humble and honest. Experience this moment will be a reminder to all, including himself, that ignorance cannot be used as an excuse, but awareness and accountability will always be appreciated in the world of Korean entertainment. Particularly K-pop, apologies are not uncommon, however. Not all apologies are delivered in such an effective and heartfelt manner, without the formal apology. Honesty, yet in Jungkook's case, the honesty and earnestness is truly palpable in his every sentence. He doesn't rely on his agency to make an official statement first. Instead, he chooses to speak directly himself in his own words to his fans at large, consciously or unconsciously. As a public figure with global influence, every fashion choice, speech, or action will always be in the spotlight. But that doesn't mean one can't make mistakes. What makes the difference is how one handles the mistake. In this regard, Jungkook sets an incredible example, acknowledging, taking responsibility, learning, and taking real action. He didn't just apologize. He disposed of the hat. A very powerful symbolic act, a sign that he will no longer repeat the same mistakes, and that he values the feelings of his fans as well as Korean society as a whole. While this controversy initially sparked negative reactions, the way Jungkook handled it actually solidified his reputation as a responsible and mature artist. On international platforms like Twitter, Weverse, and TikTok, many fans from outside Korea showed their support, even raising hashtags like "We support Jungkook," "Jungkook handled it well," and "Always with JK." A section of fans even voiced that not everyone understands the political or historical connotations behind a phrase, especially if it doesn't come from their own culture. However, they also asserted that the way Jungkook learns from mistakes and takes corrective action quickly is something to be appreciated. Many international media outlets even praised Jungkook's actions, calling him an ideal example of handling cultural misunderstandings maturely and responsibly. In many articles, Jungkook's attitude is compared to other artists in the entertainment industry who sometimes ignore criticism or even attack critics back. Regardless of the controversy that ensued, Jungkook's performance in JHope's concert remained a very touching moment for ARMY. Many shed tears to see Jungkook back singing and dancing with passion, carrying a powerful aura as well as a charisma that has never faded despite being vacuumed from the stage world for almost 2 years. His presence alongside Jin, who had also just completed his conscription, made the concert feel like a warm reunion full of meaning. The cheers of fans calling out their names, the wide smiles on JHope's faces, and the warm hugs between the three serve as a powerful reminder that BTS, despite now walking the solo path for a while, remains one heart and one spirit. Jungkook's hat controversy may be just a handful of episodes in his long journey as a global artist.